Yeah, I don't ever remember feeling like this. But I'm out here in these YouTube streets. So I want you to get your fingers.
I don't know what you're doing.
I want you to
right
get
now,
your
but
mouse.
I want you to check me out.
And I want you to check me out.
Get ready to do this. It's the relationship rehab. Like, share, and subscribe. We coming at you live. So come on, let's take a ride. Then subscribe to United Guns of America. Just click that link and listen up to what I'm telling you. It's the relationship rehab.
Click that link right now. You know what I'm saying? It's your boy Brian Redmond, and I just want y'all to subscribe to my channel. You know what I'm saying? I want you to let me know what you think. I'm gonna talk about some things, you can talk about some things, and we can do our thing. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's all about having a conversation, right? I mean, if we can't talk to each other, then, I mean, what are we really here for? I want y'all to be able to just come over to my channel, talk to me about what's going on with you, and I can tell you what's going on with me, and we can build some things, you know what I'm saying? That's all about growth, baby. So click that link, go ahead and swipe on your phone, whatever you gotta do. Share my content. It's just get me out here, baby. Cause we just talking, you know what I'm saying? It's like, I like doing what I'm doing because it's about the people. It's about us having a conversation with each other. It's about us discussing whatever needs to be discussed. And on these YouTube streets, this is the best place to do it, baby. Like, share, and subscribe. That's right. Click the link. Click the link. Yeah. I just want to say thank you to everybody that's out here that's already subscribed. You know what I'm saying? Cause y'all ain't the first one, and y'all ain't the last one. So I just want to give a shout out to everybody that click the link, that click the share, and then subscribe to your boy. Cause we gon' grow this thing together, baby. Relationship rehabbing, United Guns of America. To the world, blow up, baby. Yeah. Click the link, baby. Click the link, baby. Yeah. Hey, I just want to send a shout out to all y'all. I love y'all. That's why I do this. It's for the love of us, baby. I appreciate all of y'all. Ooh, we gon' do this thing. We gon' do this thing right here, baby. Hey, look, if you had a computer right now, just go ahead and click your link. What else you got to lose, baby? Tell me what you think. Hit the comment section. You can jump on the live panel. We do it all here. That's what it's all about. So come holler at your boy. I've been doing this for years, but I just got onto this YouTube thing. So hey, let's see what it do and where it can go.
To United Guns of America. Just click the link and listen up to what I'm telling you.
That's dope. That's dope. That is dope. That's what I'm talking about. Yes, sir. Yeah. All right, look, let me tell y'all something. So, thanks to y'all and everybody donating into my own financial sacrifice and the sacrifice of others. I done made some upgrades, and I was doing this little intro, and I wanted to make it a little better than what it's been, right? So look, I was just to show you how I can see and just know that I've grown, because at first I was gonna put some hood shit in there. I was like, man, fuck that. Let me get some footage of the hundreds. I'm gonna get this footage of the hundreds, get this footage of the South Side. We get this footage up through Roseland, through West Pullman, and I'm gonna put that out. Then I said, no, I need to do something that's a little more positive. So that's why I put this one together, because this one actually shows just the beauty of the city. And I wanted it to be something positive. But I'm telling you, when I first did it, I was like, yeah, I'm going to get this 100 shit on here. Nigga, we representing the 100s. Wow. 12 deuce, 12 trade all day. Low down, nigga. But I have grown from that. So I wanted to show and do something positive. That's what I wanted to do. And I'm so glad that I did, because that shit is dope. I like it. I love it. And I want more of it. What did y'all think of it? Yeah, nigga, what up, cuz? My cousin Corey said intro is hard. I hope y'all liked it. That is definitely my city, man, and just in this aspect, the better parts of the city. But I definitely love this. So y'all let me know what y'all think. those that's watching on the replay, if you caught it, hell, I might even play it again. But y'all let me know what y'all think, man, because of course, I want to make sure that I'm being the best that I can be. Also, too, like I said, with that, I've been just doing some other stuff. I got some things I need to test out. And if I can do it through the show, great. If not, might do it at the end of the show. I don't know, just to make sure to see if it works or not. Or I may just do a test stream, but depending on how the show goes. So, with that being said, I wanted to go ahead and dive right in. But before I do that, I gotta acknowledge my favorite part of the show.
Federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use.
Here
and
I is.
For purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe of copyright under 17 U.S.C. 107.
Yes, let me see if I can do that now. Let's see if this works. Ah, shit, it does work. Ho, 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 ho. That does work. Yeah, boy. Matter of fact, let me check this other one. What does that show? Does that show up anywhere, or that just shows here? Okay. All right. Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. Let me see if this one works. Yes, it does. That's what's up. Hell yeah. We are in like Flint. Yes. I'm going to try one more. See if that one works. Because at first, these things wasn't working. I guess because I didn't have the live going. That's why I wasn't doing it. Yup. There we go. Yeah. Them like one button things that I can put in now. So it's like when I be like, hey, hit the no, it ain't YouTube. This is a new toy I got. But it's not it was one of those things where I always be having to say shit like, hey, hit the link. So I mean hit the like button. I hit the like button and I gotta type it in. Thanks for hitting the like. Or I really just couldn't do it at all. Y'all were actually doing it, my moderators and all that kind of stuff. But now I can try to help move things along too, just by, pushing a button. So yeah, I'm in business now. But like I still didn't do something like as simple as pin the PayPal to the chat like Covette put in the damn chat down there 15 minutes ago. Nah, she just did it. But I still got to do that. So that's pretty much about the only thing that I'll have to do. Everything else I can like do with the one button. So yeah, that says what? Hey, look, I really do like it. I'm going to tell you, I'm going to do this. I'm going to say this. I'm going to go and get in the show. But I got some great one button little notes and shit that I can do now. Like I'm talking like from movie clips and shit. My shit is cold. It's cold. I'm just telling you, it's cold. It's cold. It's cold. But one of them that I was gonna do, I was going to use the Kanye West Mercy. And I was playing it and I was trimming it and I was like, my shit sound better than that. I sound better than Kanye. So that little sample at the beginning, I literally was doing it, but I said, no, I said the way I do that shit is better. I was sitting there and I was playing the song and I'm playing the song and I'm like, okay, well, which one sound better to me? I grabbed the mic and I'm playing the beginning of Mercy and then I'm like, what? And I'm like, no, I like my shit better. So, hey, I kept it. I did not change it. I said, I'm going to keep doing it live. I'm going to keep doing it with the mic. So it's going to be good. Yeah. So, hey, I like it. I won. I'm just saying I won. I beat out the original and the sample. So proud of myself. But with that being said, I want to move into the show and I want to have a discussion and give my opinion on what's been going on with Mr. Kwame Brown. So I was one of those fortunate people to actually witness this from the very beginning until now. And this is pre-viral. to post viral. And it has really been an eye-opening thing for me, for us as well, to look at us as black folks, black men, and just humans, just the nature of us, and to see how we as black folks, and especially as black men, have just treated this whole ordeal. It is really, really, really disturbing to me, and it poses a lot of questions. So I really want to give my perspective on this whole thing, give my opinion of it. And if you agree or disagree, whatever the case may be, I'm open to hear it. But I just want to say that I really hoped and really thought that this was going to be a pivotal. Caught myself. Hey, a pivotal moment for us as black men, first and foremost. I really did. I fought back. I fought back, Huggy. Don't I fought back, baby. He had me on the ropes, but I fought back. Tommy would be proud of me. I fought back against that English. Yeah, English hit me with a right cross. It came with the jab at first, then came with the right cross, but I put my guard to a bob and weave and counterpunch and came back. So hey. Oh man, yeah, I saw the fight too over on. I was watching it on Tommy's OnlyFans. Man, it was alright. I wasn't really, I'm glad Floyd didn't fucking lose. I'm glad about that, but it was alright. But yeah, it was more funnier just listening to Tommy commentate the fight. That shit was more entertaining than the actual fight was. So shout out to him. But let me go ahead and just get into how this started and where this has ended up. Because in the beginning, in the beginning, Kwame Brown was literally just a dude on YouTube. That's just how it was. He was just a dude on YouTube, and he had his YouTube channel. He, didn't have many followers. Shit, up to 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, motherfucker, my channel was bigger than his. Oh, on God, on dead in them. My channel was actually bigger than his. But it was one of those things where, in my opinion, it's not really about the how big your channel is. It's about, what your content is like. It's about the content for me. You can pretty much find anything you want on the internet. Any type of, podcast that you want, any type of particular content you're looking for, you can find it on YouTube. So we are all trying to grow our channels. We are all trying to get views and likes, and that's understandable. And how you go about getting that, it's up to you. You can choose to do what it is that, whatever you want. But then it does matter when you try to connect yourself to a particular movement. Like, let me give you an example. If I was a pro-black, and if I'm a pro-black and pro-black is my thing, I got it on the leather medallions with the Africa symbol on it. Everything I'm talking about is Hotep, and everything is, I'm a Hebrew Israelite. Whatever it is, I'm going to align myself with and connect myself to. To do that, you're kind of like making a choice on what it is that you're doing. Then, if for some reason you do break away from that or change, because that happens, you can get involved with the wrong group and then realize, that ain't really what I'm about, or that ain't really the message I want to, be a part of. And then you can shift. However, when you do that, there should be some type of transition period where you say, hey, I was doing this, but I think I want to do something different. I think I want to do something that's about this. I think I want to do, and you can do that. When you don't do it that way, it seems as though you're just really hopping around. You kind of like whoring yourself out to whatever movement you think is going to get you some type of traction. And some YouTubers and some content creators, they do that. But it's a little different when you come in and you are rah rah, sis boom ba. I'm in 100% support of this group, this movement, this particular content creator, and that's your thing. When you completely align yourself with it. And that was one of the things that I saw in Kwame. Is it Kwame or Kwame? Don't matter. But that was one of the things that I saw, when Kwame, when he started coming around Soto Nation, it was one of those things where he was literally like in complete support of Soto Nation and Tommy. It was like, man, I love what you do. I've been, watching you for years. My boys watch you. We all watch you. Whether we watch you in secret or we watching you, around each other, whatever the case may be, it's all good. Great. All right, cool. Dropping likes, all that shit. So then as things progress, he's doing this thing. He's doing his shows. Me personally, I tuned into him several times. And this is, like I said, pre-viral. Tuned into him several times, and a lot of the things that he said, a lot of the talking points that he had were not just things that Tommy has said, but they were just aligned with Soto Nation altogether. A lot of things that go on the internet, a lot of people messages and all that kind of stuff, we can have some similarities, but then there's a difference between having similarities and then having like complete alignment with what it is that we're doing. Like, for instance, myself, I would consider myself in complete alignment with Tommy Sotomayor's his message and in his, alignment with the message and with Soto Nation. So it's like when I do shows, I shout out Soto Nation, I shout out Tommy, shouting out DJ Just J. It's been like that. That's been the thing. When that is what you're doing, and that's what you aligning yourself with. Now, we can disagree on certain things. I can say, I really don't feel that way. Or I don't think that's, I got a different opinion on this or whatever. And that's just what it is. But for the most part, in general, as a whole, I would consider myself Soto Nation. I would consider myself a Tommy Sotomayor supporter, all of that good stuff. I personally have met Tommy, maybe 4 times physically. 4 times. Yeah. 4 times, I believe. Let me count. Houston, Dallas, Chicago. 3 times. In person 3 times. However, I've still had countless text messages, have done 30 plus, actual shows on the channel that we had together. And then I've also, have jumped in on this panel several times. If I was to come out and go viral tomorrow, and for whatever reason, blew up the internet with 200,000 views. If I break the internet with 200,000 views. That's what he said. He broke the internet with 200,000 views. So I guess that's the standard. Now, if I broke the internet with 200,000 views, with how I got into YouTube, how I became a content creator, my channel and all of that kind of stuff, doing a show with Tommy, number one, the fact that he asked to do a show with me would not be even a thought. It wouldn't be a matter of would I, it would be a matter of just when. Because of the history that we've had. Now, I've been around Soto Nation for since 2012, 2013, somewhere around there. But just with the history, it's not a matter of if, it's just a matter of when. It's not a matter of, hey, I need you to, it's just a matter of when. So with that being said, with somebody else who ain't got the history that I got. There's a common courtesy that comes along with just doing things. And then there's a business common courtesy, a business courtesy that you have with just doing things. And in business, I have learned, you take care of those, like your customers, you take care of people in business and they will take care of you. You treat your customers well, they'll treat you well. That's just standard business 101. If you're doing business with somebody, one of the main things about doing business with somebody, I ain't talking about friends, just doing business with somebody, is you always do what you say you're going to do. Your word is everything. Your word is your bond as a man, but your word is your reputation in business. Your word. If I tell a customer I'm going to do something, I damn well better do it. And if for some reason there's an act of nature that keeps me from doing that thing that I gave a customer my word on doing, then it is up to me to actually communicate that fully to that customer. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. You talking about 7 years, 7.5 years, 8 years of Best Buy talking here. That is my responsibility, not the customer's. If I tell the customer I'm gonna be there to pick up, and I'm gonna pick up your TV and I'm gonna deliver it on Wednesday, and if there is a tornado that sweeps across the land, picks up not just my house and my car, but it also destroys my store. My Best Buy is gone and the TV is destroyed. It was on the 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, and 11 o'clock news. It was on Good Morning America and all that shit. It is still my responsibility to reach out to that customer and let that customer know what's happening, what is happening, and what we're going to do. What are going to be the next steps. That's just what that is. As my friend or someone I have relationship with, it's even more imperative for me to communicate and let my homie, my boy, my partner, my associate know what's going on because my word was given. This is just man shit right here that I'm just talking. So with that being said, as this whole thing progressed and it just went through, I actually was able to witness from the sidelines because I wasn't in the game on this one. I witnessed this from the sidelines. Someone who was a nobody was able to get access to someone who is a somebody, and not only had access, but was in a relationship of, a friendship, business relationship, whatever you want to call it, but was in relationship with that somebody. And then when that person blew up, went viral, chat blew up, subscribers blew up, views blew up, went through the roof. And the reason why that happened was because he actually, in the beginning, had a great point that he was making. And his point was so great that I believe that's what made it so special. In the beginning, Kwame Brown's message and the point that he was making, in my opinion, was spot on. I liked it, and I even did a show about it. I talked about how, yes, what his whole gripe was, he was absolutely correct about. Because my thing it wasn't a thing about him being the number one pick, because that's a fact. I mean, the truth was already there. It was already out there. 18 years old, coming into the league, from his point of view, telling his story, how he talked about he came into the league, was on the Wizards. Was it the Wizards or was it the Hornets? Whatever the team was, the Wizards, I believe. Yeah, it's the Wizards. But coming to that team and being in a bad situation because he was on that team with Michael Jordan, who was still trying to win, and he wasn't good enough to be able to make that adjustment to the pros and play with those kind of guys, and Mike wanted to trade him from day one. I get it. Whether it was if everything he said was 100% true, if it was half true, he had a point coming from his perspective. So I get that as a fatherless 18-year-old kid coming into that type of arena, that could be very, very, very troublesome. So I'm good with that part. The other part about not living up to the number one draft pick and being labeled as a bust. When you talking about sports, when you're critiquing players that have been in the league or in the league today or may even soon come to the league in the sports arena, that comes with it. If right now we start talking football, if I bring up Deacon Jones from the St. Louis Rams, it's warranted. Deacon Jones played back in the 70s, but it's warranted if we're talking about some of the greatest defensive ends. If I talk about Richard Dent, it's warranted because we're talking about defensive ends. If I'm talking about players who have not reached their potential in the NBA, did not live up to their potential, absolutely Kwame Brown should be a part of that conversation. If I'm bringing up bust, absolutely Kwame Brown should be a part of that conversation, because in retrospect of what you consider to be a bust, it would be okay to bring that up. The part I disagreed with and still disagree with to this day is the fact that he's become the bust poster child for black folks to talk about. I do have a problem with that. I do have a problem with that, and I will still have a problem with that. The fact that he's the poster child for NBA basketball player bust amongst black folks, amongst niggas, we the ones that keep that fire going. We don't do it with no white players. We don't see no white folks on TV doing it to white players. And they consistently do it. I believe that's a problem. Whether it's Stephen A, that's his job. I get it. That's what he talks about. But why is he the one that's always bringing that up? Whether it's about a bust or whether it's about any black player talking shit about him, he's the guy. That to me is something to question. That to me is something to say, well, I want to challenge him on that. Absolutely. Because when we talk about bust, when we are just talking about bust, we can throw in a lot of names. We can throw in a lot of names. I'm just saying, everybody you can rattle them off. Olawokandi, Ostertag, you can Sam Bowie. I mean, you can rattle them off when you're just talking about that. So I'm cool with that. I'm all good with that. But when this is some 20 years later, you on a talk show, and a nigga who, and this is my other part I'm about to get into, a nigga and two niggas who then talk about you and consider you just a non-player, okay. When you have, as Shaq always says, G14 clearance, you are an elite player, you absolutely can talk about anybody. Yes. But I'll be damned if I let some bench players, some role players talk shit about me, and I was in the league for 10 or 12 years, and y'all niggas was pretty much in the league for about that time and don't have no highlight reels. I'm sorry. I would have a problem with that. So yeah, if Mike talking about me, shit, it's Mike. Kobe talking about me, shit, it's Kobe. I'm just saying, I'm gonna have to I gotta let that ride. I can't really go in and say, well, man, fuck you, Kobe. I mean, shit, nigga, what the fuck you done did? Yeah, he's done plenty. So it's like it's Kobe Bryant. He's done several other things. So it's like there's not really anything I can really say about that. Matt Barnes talking about me. I'm not going. If I was Luke Longley and Matt Barnes said some shit about me, I'm clapping back. If I'm Bill Winnington and Matt Barnes is talking about me, I'm clapping back. I'm just telling you, because these niggas at the end of the day, they were nothing but bench players and role players. Y'all niggas don't have, I still to this day cannot think of one play, one highlight reel that Matt Barnes has. I can't think of that one time Matt Barnes did this. So I would have a problem with that. That's just me personally. Now, Steven Jackson, stack 5. I can remember several of the free throw he's made, but my most memorable moment of Steven Jackson was that Indiana Pacers brawl when them niggas was fighting them fucking fans. But yet and still, he's still a bench player, still a role player. And it's like, y'all, I think it's a thing to where if y'all talking shit like y'all was the shit, I can't go. I can't go for that. No can do. I'm just saying, if I'm in the crib and a motherfucker say, man, Joe, why be like, what? They be like, man, this nigga Mike talking about you on TV. I'd be like, God damn, Mike? What the fuck Black talking about me for now? Man, I don't know, but he talking about you. I'd be like, damn. They be like, hey, man, this nigga Kobe is on here top. God damn, man, Magic Johnson is talking about you. What? What did I do to Magic? Magic just talking about the big men that done been in that land. He was just saying you wasn't one of them. I'd be like, damn. The minute them niggas say, hey, man, Matt Barnes on here talking about you, I'm going to be like, what? The fuck? Yeah, man, that nigga Stack 5 talking about you. What? Let me come in and see what the fuck these whole ass niggas talking about. Y'all niggas ain't did shit. Ron Artest, I can't say shit. Ron Artest, one of the greatest players we done had of all time. He done did his thing. He done won championship. He's been an integral player. He done been a starter and all that. Matt Barnes? What? Boy, if you don't get your ass up out of here with that bullshit, I'm not having it. So that was my thing as far as just being able to say something back to them niggas. Yes. The fact that Stephen A is always talking shit about black players, period. Whether they in the NFL, whether they in the NBA, whether they in the motherfucking WWE, he got something to say if you black and you play sports. So yes, I would have a problem with these two nobody ass niggas. And that's what I'm gonna call them. Both of them niggas, they bigger than me. Yes, they stars, but them niggas' game is never talked about. I can say that. We can sit in a motherfucking podcast. We can sit on a set, and I can say that to both of their faces with confidence. Well, fat boy, you ain't played shit. Yeah, you right. Nigga, you ain't even D1. Yeah, you right. Hey, nigga, ain't neither one of y'all niggas' games talked about to this day. Yeah, you right. That's exactly what them niggas would be if they would have to say. Ain't nobody talking about play the game like Matt Barnes did. Ain't nobody say, nigga, you gotta get your handles like Stack 5 did. Ain't nobody saying that. Nobody. Nobody's looking for them two niggas. Nobody's checking for them niggas. So yeah, if Shaq talking about me, I'ma shut the fuck up. Because it's Shaq. He got G14 clearance, and this nigga is one of the elite ball players. He can not only critique the game, but he can critique players to the max. Now, for somebody like them two niggas who ain't in the game, right, like Doug Christie, same difference. What's the difference between Doug Christie and Matt Barnes? That's all I'm saying. For those two players to not necessarily be talking about me in the right context, but to bring me up, to point me out, and to make some motherfucking, take some jabs at me, I got to bob and weave and swing back on that. Here's the thing. Jesse says, to be honest, I think Shaq goes too far sometimes. Shaq goes too far. Yes, he does, but he does it, and he says it repeatedly. He does it for a purpose because he wants to get the best out of players. Sometimes you do have to talk about a motherfucker to challenge a motherfucker. That's the truth. Sometimes you gotta talk about a person's game and tell a motherfucker, you know what, dude, you think you hard, but you ain't shit. To make that nigga go out and be and to prove himself. And Shaq explained why he did it. He did. He explained it because he said it was done to him. Niggas was talking about Shaq and shit out in LA, and motherfucking Kareem Abdul-Jabbar said, man, he ain't shit. He ain't won shit. And that shit made Shaq go up another level because Shaq said it himself. I couldn't say shit. It's fucking Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. What do you say to Lou Alcindor when he tell you, hey man, you know these people cheering for you and all that shit, nigga, but you ain't won shit? What do you say to that? Yo, you right. Yo, you right. All right, I'm gonna show your ass. I'm gonna show your big tall bald head ass some shit, Kareem. I personally, if he said that shit to me, I'd have been like, fuck you, Lou Alcindor. Even though you right, I'm gonna show your motherfucking ass some shit though. That's what I'm gonna tell him. Calvin said, I think Stack 5 was a starter with the Pacers. I don't give a fuck. They didn't win shit. Them whole ass niggas ain't won a goddamn thing. So I hear you, but I don't agree with you. He wasn't the man on that team. He just wasn't. Big Boy was. What's my man name? And the other dude. The one that stole on that dude. Goddamn, what's the big tall dude name? Damn, I can't think of his name. Jermaine O'Neal. Jermaine O'Neal was the man on that Pacers team. So yeah, he might have started, but he wasn't the man. But I'm just saying, yeah, Jermaine O'Neal, that's what I thought. Cool. But I'm just saying that's what he is attempting to do. He's trying to push a motherfucker. So yes, he may go too far. He may be too hard on some players. I agree. I can agree with that, but I understand the method to his madness. And he has the credentials to prove it. He could clearly say to you, hey, me being the way that I am today, that's the way I was in the locker room, and that's how we won them championships. That's how we won 3 in LA. That's how we won 1 in Miami. That's how it happened. I'd be like, well, shit, he got a point. Michael Jordan saying, the way that I was stealing off niggas, talking cash shit to niggas, is how I won 6. It's how I never lost, and I never had a game 7 and never lost in the finals. He can say it, and even though you may disagree with those tactics, you can't knock the niggas' results. Now, if you want to talk about sensitivity in the NBA, if you want to talk about nurturing and partnering relationships in the NBA, you can absolutely discount Michael Jordan out that conversation. Being nice, being a basketball friend, whatever the hell else you want to call it, you can absolutely X them out of that shit. You can. That's just what it is. You can actually X them out. Now, even the other part with Gilbert Arenas, I don't even fault Gilbert Arenas in that conversation because they bought that shit back up to Gilbert Arenas. And Gilbert Arenas pretty much just gave his perspective because he actually played with that nigga. Cool with that. Cool with that. I'm all good with that. I played with the nigga. I saw the nigga in practice. I saw the nigga after practice. I saw the nigga in the meetings, the team meetings and all that. I'm giving my perspective fine. Cool. Then again, Gilbert Arenas was at one point one of the best players in the league. So I'm just saying, I don't understand what that means, Brielle. Kobe snitched on Kwame. I don't know what that means. So you got to put some context to that. But the other thing, with all of that being said, and how this whole thing got started, his YouTube career was just he was as popular as any other unknown content creator who had been at least going on for about a year or so. And what was odd enough to me about it, and this is something that Tommy mentioned today, with all of the fanfare that he has now, and this is how I've just seen, this is a part of that whole shift thing, and I'm going to come back to this later. With all of the fanfare that he has now, with all of the people he has at him now, it's very odd to me that not one of his basketball buddies, not one of his teammates, the Devin Georges, who was just on his show, and all the other cats that he know in the league, not one of them came on his show. I personally, I would have some type of, I would feel some kind of way about that. I know personally a lot of niggas that ain't content creators that are cool as hell with me, that are my friends, and would come on my show if I asked them to. If it's about a topic that I know we could talk about. If I wanted to talk about computers and gaming online, my man Supreme Chi, who is one of the smartest niggas I know, would come on my show. My other boy, Eric, that y'all see in the chat, would come on my show. My super nerdy friend who might be watching, my man Alvin, would come on my show. Out of just relationship. Not, I want to be a content creator too, just out of relationship. So that's all I'm saying. That's odd to me that not one of this dude, you couldn't get none of these niggas that you knew back then to come on your show. Eton Thomas, Devin George, nobody from the Lakers, nobody from the Wizards. 12 years of hooping. That to me would be like, well, why couldn't you do this before? But here's the thing. When it did start, it was about getting back at what Matt Barnes and Stack 5 said. Then it became a thing of Charlemagne dropping his little 2 cents in, which I thought was out of line. You didn't have shit to do with what these grown men was going back and forth about, and you felt the need to poke your nose in it. Set him straight. Got that shit out the way. Right? Made your point. But then it all started to change right in that moment. It stopped being about what happened with Jeannie Buss on the All the Smoke show. And then it got personal. It got personal. You was talking about Matt Barnes and his relationship with his woman. He was Becky with the good hair. And I could understand that in your first rant because you was mad and you wanted to clap back at the nigga. I can understand it then. But that's been the repeated thing. Then it was Charlemagne the God. I got to get him out. You not only wanted to set him straight, but now you want to get him off the air. And you bringing up some shit that happened over 20 years ago, which in my opinion was the fault of an ain't shit mama. But I don't know, because I'm not going to let my 15-year-old daughter go nowhere with no motherfucking 22-year-old man, 21-year-old man, or 20-year-old man, or 19-year-old man, or 18-year-old man. I'm not letting my daughter go nowhere with no grown-ass nigga, especially to a fucking party. I don't give a fuck what nobody says. Any adult party, any young teenager party that don't have adults at it to chaperone that motherfucker is a problem. We all know what goes on at parties. We all know what young people go to parties for. To get high and to get sex and to do a little dancing and eating in between. You think back to your late teens, early 20s, and the parties that you went to and why you went to them. Whether you was celebrating with your girl at the lounge or you was hanging with your homeboy at his crib for the weekend, it was all about those two things. I want to have a good time. I want to drink, maybe smoke, get high. I want to drink something, fuck something, and do something. That's what you wanted to do. So no, my underage daughter ain't going no motherfucking well with no dude. I don't give a fuck. And any nigga that come around talking about, oh, I look at your daughter like she a sister. Man, get your old ass out of here. That's why when I will never ever believe no shit. If a motherfucker come and tell me some shit like that, I'm gonna even be more alarmed about him. Yeah, I look at your daughter like a sister, Mr. Redman. I be like, nigga, I'll shoot you in your fucking face. Who the fuck you think I am? I know you a ain't shit nigga. Why you say that? Nigga, what the fuck you want to be hanging around and taking out and going out with my motherfucking 15-year-old daughter for? That's bullshit. And the fact that her mama let her do that shit, that's fucked up. She fed her mama to the fucking wolves. Because even if that girl, if Charlamagne didn't do what he did with the Spanish fly and all that shit, if he didn't do it, that little girl could have been walking home from the party and got motherfucking snatched. That little girl could have got fucking Kanika Jenkins at the party and wouldn't nobody have known the wiser. I mean, 1,000,001 things could have happened to her. Why would you let your daughter go to some shit like that? I just wouldn't. But anyway, but just getting back to that shit, once this shit went viral, the thing was, he really didn't know how to handle it. And that's the problem. Because not knowing what you gonna do is just like having money. It's just like a broke motherfucker who gets a windfall of money. You gonna do what the masses telling you to do. You gonna do what looks good to everybody. You literally are gonna do what everybody else is doing. You're gonna start going along to get along to keep your shit moving along. And out of all of the shit that happened, all of the shit that was said, you have to look at it like this. The initial premise of what he was talking about, I was on board with. I completely saluted to that shit because it was something that definitely needed to be discussed. But now it's become something so far away from that it's literally like just almost a watered down version of like regular internet drama. Bro, you know, Aaron Walker said, bro, you normally be on point, but I think you need to leave this subject alone. Everyone involved has made personal attacks. Let that fool Kwame fizzle out. Thieves never last. Well, like I said in the beginning, Aaron, it's not about Kwame. It's about us. Because what we have seen happen and what we are witnessing is more important to me than what Kwame is doing. Kwame a grown-ass man. And what he does or what he doesn't do don't make me move one way or the other. I could give two fucks. But the principle of what he's doing is absolutely what the fuck I'm talking about. And yes, I'm all over that subject. I'm all over that subject. So I could give two shits about leaving a subject alone and making personal attacks. I don't know that nigga. I don't have no personal attacks for him. What I'm talking about is what I've seen with my own two eyes. So it's a thing to where, how do you go from being nobody to being somebody again, and now your message is so far from what you initially started out with? It's almost a 180. It's already a 180. So it's like you went from, just like with the whole thing of saying, you know, hey, I'm all for, you know, supporting men and the men's movement, and we, you know, fathers and all of that shit that was there. It's like, where is that at now? Because now you talking about, oh, fuck this nigga. All these niggas is mad. All these niggas don't know about mama's cooking. All these niggas is all of that shit is all hype, because that's nothing to what he was saying a month before, 6 months before, a year ago. That's all I'm saying. So when you're talking about saying we gonna keep it 100, we normally need to be on point. Well, wouldn't you have that same expectation for him to normally be on point, to normally be on what he's been on? That's what I'm saying. What would you say? What would you say to me or say about me if I came on talking about, yeah, these punk ass police, these police officers ain't doing shit for the black community. We need to defund the police. These police officers have come and they are hunting us down like fucking animals every day. Every time I leave out my house, I feel as though that I'm being hunted down by these police officers because they keep shooting us down in the streets every week. And I'm so tired of this shit, nigga. This shit is crazy. They ain't keep killing us and ain't nobody doing nothing about it. Ever since Donald Trump been in office, Donald Trump has ruined this country and he hates black people and he's doing all this shit for black folks. So then what would you say about me? For somebody who's been watching me, you've been watching me the last month, 2 months, 6 months. Would that not be in complete contradiction to what it was I was saying? If that's the case, then motherfucker, you should absolutely challenge me on what it is I'm saying. And to ask me, damn, what the fuck you talking about, bro? Relationship rehab, what's going on, nigga? What's this shit I hear about you talking about defund the police? Right, he got me so I'm thinking like that dude in Boys in the Hood. Exactly. That's what you would say. I'm just saying, because we always, especially us as niggas, black folks, we always talking about keeping it, what? 100. How many posts do you see on a nigga's social media page where they saying 100? How many posts do you see where a nigga saying keeping it real? For real, for real. I'm speaking my truth. I'm telling the truth. Keeping it 100. Keeping it 1,000. What, don't we always see that? So if that's what we claiming that we gonna be, if that's what we going, if that's what we about, then why wouldn't we just say, hey, when you go off of that, you should kind of like tell us why. If you moving away from that, you should kind of tell us like why. That's all I'm saying. If that's what you're going to say, then that's what you should say. Hey, this is why I'm changing this because I feel differently about this now. And this is something that I think we should. Because if this was all about black men tearing each other down, black men going in on each other, black men trying to tear another black man down, black men always talking about another black man, then I have to ask this question. What would you say about what he's saying to Charlemagne the God? Now, people will say, Charlemagne need to pay. Charlemagne need to. What would you say about him saying the same thing about Charlemagne the God? He wants that man's job. He wants to shut down the entire Breakfast Club. He wants DJ Envy to lose his job. I can't stand Angela Yee, but I don't want her to lose her job. I just won't watch her. That's all it is. Y'all have heard me talk about her plenty of times. I can't stand Angela Yee, but I don't watch her. That's it. So it's like, if you're doing this, if you're talking about this, then you got to ask that question. You have to ask that question. So it's like, are we just trying to say we gonna hop on the next best thing that we think is popping and we gonna be behind it to a fault no matter what? Or does content, character, and integrity matter? One way or the other. You have to choose. And if you choose the other, that's fine too. But you can't be mad at the people who say something about it. That's just like this. Think about Ray Lewis. There was a time when Ray Lewis couldn't be on the fucking field without a fucking commentator talking about him being involved in that murder case. There was a time when Sean Puffy Combs couldn't be on stage, couldn't be on the media, couldn't be on TV without somebody talking about that case that Shine took the rap for. They didn't do that shit with J-Lo. She was right there with his ass. But they did not do that shit with Diddy. They talked about it every time. They talk about that shit with Ray Rice all the time. They talk about all that. Every time you bring up a black man that has something to do with a case, they talking about his ass in the media. And what do we say as black folks? That's some bullshit. That's some fuck shit. Them motherfuckers on bullshit. Them motherfuckers always bringing that shit up, which is fucking right to do, because them niggas never bring up the two cases with Ben Roethlisberger. They never bring up the case about Birdman on the basketball player and that motherfucking underage girl he was fucking around with. They never bring up the motherfucking 2 or 3 rape cases. Not rape cases, but statutory rape cases that Mark Chmura had from the Green Bay Packers. They never bring that shit up. But the minute Ray Lewis stepped on the field, yeah, he was just found not guilty for a murder case that happened in Denver with a limousine. You got the whole motherfucking breakdown in a fucking football game. Y'all should be commentating the game. Why y'all talking about this man's case that he's been acquitted of? Right, like OJ. Every time you see OJ, what do they do? They go right back to that Bronco. You can't see. OJ is now synonymous with the white Bronco. But that's what I'm saying. When we see that in the media, black folks be like, damn, what the fuck? Why the fuck is this always happening? Why they still talking about this shit? And they don't talk about it with everybody else. If it's a thing that everybody's gonna get it, great. You hear Michael Vick name. Dogs. But when we're doing it to ourselves, we say nothing. It was just like when I was talking about R. Kelly. All of the motherfucking underage girls that all of these motherfucking white celebrities were fucking around with, white folks wasn't saying shit. They got one black dude and they got a case and they talking about it in the news and niggas all piled on top of this nigga Kelly. That's just what it was. And it's like, if we're gonna be, if we are trying to build, we trying to be a better people, we trying to do what's best for black folks, then we need to go ahead and say, hey, we gotta have a standard. We have to have a line. We have to have expectations that are going to say, hey, this is what we own, this is what we about. If we're gonna do this, we're gonna do it this way. As opposed to it being whoever's getting the most likes, whoever goes viral next is the motherfucker that we gonna support. Blindly. Regardless of what the fuck they saying, regardless of what the fuck they changing, regardless of what the fuck they did. We don't give a fuck about what happened. And so what if he killed his mama? He ain't did it today. His mama's gone. She in the past. That bitch is dead. Let's talk about what he doing today though. This nigga got 500,000 subs. Fuck you mean, nigga, you hating. That's my thing. And it's like, for us as black folks, why ain't we asking them questions? Why ain't we saying, well, hey, what about this? Because the thing is this. Everybody who say that they here to help you, it ain't always so. Every Sunday, there are thousands of people that get up in pulpits and say that they here for you, when in fact, they not. Tell me, just stop me if I'm lying. So it's not a thing of just saying, well, the one time we get one black person who said they gonna do something for us, we try to tear that black man down. It's not a thing about saying we trying to tear somebody down. But anybody, everybody should be able to be questioned. Any and everybody should be able to be challenged. And the fact that it's so many motherfuckers that are so against that. You are a coon, you jealous, you hating, you are You are an agent. You everything under the sun that's negative because you asking a question on why the fuck is this person doing this or saying that, and you challenging somebody in their thoughts. That's crazy to me. It's just something that is just so odd. It's like just like what's the suit dude? Kevin Samuels. Y'all don't see it's something odd about how he won't have no dudes talk on his show? Y'all don't find that odd. I'm just saying, this person who is supposed to be the person that's speaking for all the high value men in America and abroad. This person who is telling women what they supposed to be doing, getting these women on point, getting these women to a point to where they can actually be what it is they supposed to be. To get us black folks back like united, to bring the family dynamic back. The most important piece of the family dynamic, this nigga won't have a conversation with on his show. Now, a woman can disagree with him. A woman can come on the show and argue with him. But there is not a man, not even the men who support him, can come on his show. Every show that motherfucker do with a call in, the first thing out his mouth is, this is ladies only. No men. Not to say for women, because y'all can have something that y'all feel as though is very important that y'all getting from him. I understand that. There is no way that I could support a man's show that has nothing to do with men. Just saying. There is no way that I would support a show as a man on a show that has nothing to do with men. How is it that this person is speaking for men and men don't have a voice on his own show? It's his or nothing. He's the only male voice on his platform. Now, he'll go on another man's show. He'll go on Joe Budden. He'll go on No Jumper. He'll go on any other man's show. But the men who may have a difference of opinion, who may have a question, who may have something else to offer, no space for you, bro. One dude and all the women. Tell me that don't sound like a preacher's pulpit. Just saying. How many men got voices in their church? Just saying. That's a church. That's your straight up pastor with all the women, pastor who telling all the women what they need to do, and that's right, pastor. Yes, pastor. And ain't no men around. If that ain't a preacher, I don't know what is. Why not, if you telling people that you having a conversation, why not just have the conversation? I ain't complicating this shit. I'm keeping this shit simple. If I'm here to have a conversation, why not have a conversation? If I'm going to be the one that's telling women what it is that women need to do, this is what men want, not just what I want. This is what men want. Why wouldn't I have men just the same support what it is that I'm saying and say, hey, call the number 424. What do you have to say about this? This is not about Kevin Samuels. This is about us as people being able to ask questions about us as people. And I'll never be scared to ask a fucking question. Fuck what you're talking about. All you motherfuckers in the chat talking shit and all that shit, I could give two shits. I'm gonna ask my motherfucking question. That's why I'm doing my motherfucking show on my motherfucking channel because I want to ask my motherfucking questions. That's just what it is. That's just what it is. So when you're talking about just saying what the opportunities are for us to get together, to become a stronger people, to uplift us, to make sure that we can grow and have our own as black folks and to become the real black community, how can we do that without having a conversation with each other? How can we do that without being able to challenge each other? How come we can't do that when one of us fuck up? We say, hey, wait, man, that wasn't right what you did. You should, you need to fix that. And it not be a thing of when somebody do call your ass out on some shit, you a hater, you a coon, you a hoe ass nigga. Nigga, you just trying to take over. Nigga, you just trying to get my shine. Nigga, you just trying to. And then all of the people that's with you that you done gained in 2 weeks are all just standing behind you. That's right, pastor. That's right, preacher. Yeah, that's right. You should be more afraid of the people that's behind you that just met you 2 weeks ago, that's cheering and chanting and pushing you on. You should be more afraid of them than you are the people that's in front of you asking you questions and challenging your thoughts. That's all I'm saying. Because what has happened is when you don't do that, when you put yourself above reproach, you become that thing that which you set out to actually destroy. And what has happened to Kwame is Kwame has become, his own get along game. And now he has his own cancel culture crew. Think about it. It's not the get along game he talking about. It's getting along with his game. And if you ain't getting along with his game, what happens? His cancel culture crew is at your channel. Tommy got, how many? 1,000 dislikes on a show that had nothing to do with him. If that ain't cancel culture, I don't know what is. And y'all know what I say about cancel culture, right? I got to get my shirts made. Cancel culture is a cancer to culture. So just like we put on pink every month, every year in the month of October, that's how we hashtag fuck cancer. We should feel the same way about cancel culture. We should feel the same way about cancel culture. Because what it does, that thing you think it's gonna eat up, it don't stop. It keeps coming. It keeps growing. It keeps, what is the word? Metastasizing until everything is dead. That's my thing. We should be, everybody, especially us as black folks, we should be at the forefront of people asking questions, people challenging ideas, and being able to have conversations. Being able to articulate ourselves, being able to understand the art of conversation. And those of you who don't know how to do that should be the main ones trying to learn. Because the more you feed into that cancer culture, the more you feed into that thing that you think you ain't is that thing that you absolutely are. You want to talk about your points and your facts? Go right ahead. Put that on the table because that can't be disputed. That can't be disputed. You put those things out there because that's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about what happened on a case with this dude 20 years ago, because 20 years ago, I could have been talking about it. 2 weeks ago, I could have been talking about it. But it's not until he said something about me that I'm now talking about it. What we talking about? And why are we talking about it? If this is the thing for the authorities, if this is the thing for the police, go ahead and let the police do it. Then when the police win, the police make an arrest, the police prosecute, then y'all can't fuck with the police. Y'all can't fuck with the police. Y'all can't fuck with the police. Other than that, you going after a man's job, you going after a man's livelihood is the very thing that you talked about at the beginning. That same man that you said was sticking his nose in your business, tearing you down, destroying you, trying to tear you down in front of your son, in front of social media, was just as fucked up. Why return the favor if you more righteous than that man is? Or are you the same? Are you the same? Rachel, we are not here to talk about Tommy and what Tommy does in his chat. That man's platform is his own, and it is his own way to run it and his own way to do it. Please do not do that. But that's exactly what that is. So then when you're talking about us as and that's from his perspective, and he can choose his own path. But now when you're talking about saying who it is and what it is that we support as the people, as Bane would say, are we that blind to support something just because it's popular, just because it gets a lot of likes, just because it gets a lot of views, that we will support it no matter what? Are we that blind to where we don't care as long as it's something that's getting attention? It has the most thumbs up, so therefore it gets my dying support. I got to protect this at all costs. Because if that's the case, and if nothing has changed in this person's message, where were you 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago? Fuck it, just a month ago. Maybe you was busy and out of town on vacation. Where were you at a month ago? That's the question that I have to ask. We're the ones that actually go in and say, hey, we're the ones that choose who we actually support. We choose what we view. We choose what we thumbs up. We choose what we share. It's all on us. As individuals, we make that choice. So if that's where we're at, and if that's what we're going to do, then why not say, okay, we got some standards when it comes to that. It's just like people who vote for politicians that show up at their church. Why would you do that? I know I used to do it. I was just talking to my brother Easy about it at the cigar shop the other day, Friday. Most of the people that I voted for, up until probably I was maybe in my mid-30s, most of the people I voted for was because my mom and daddy told me, or my preacher told me. I either saw him in the pulpit or my parents told me who to vote for. Or I just voted straight Democrat. I never asked any questions, never did any research, never looked anybody up, never knew what anybody stood for. I just voted what people told me to do. Oh, this person was just at my church on Sunday talking about how much they love to worship with us. They love our choir. And they friends with my pastor. So, book 'em. That's just what it is. So it's like, if you're talking about saying, hey, this is what we gonna do, let's do it. If we gonna support each other, let's do it. But let's do it and let's have some standards. We just ain't gonna just say, oh, well, you know, yeah, well, shit, you just gotta go what you're going with. No. Because if we don't have any standards, if we don't have any expectations, then all we're doing is setting ourselves up for a big letdown, just like we had a big setup. That's all it is. That's all I'm saying. I want us to be the best us we can be, and that can't be without us holding each other accountable. That can't be without holding each other responsible. And I will not motherfucking hold my tongue, not say nothing, or I can be called a hater. You can call me whatever the fuck you want, but you can't call me a liar. I tell you that. That's just like in whatchamacallit, old girl said in Endgame about Thanos. She said, my father is a lot of things, but he is not a liar. Damn right. Even Thanos himself, I want to kill half of the populations across the goddamn universe. I want to snap my fingers and make you motherfuckers disappear. Even he had a standard of saying, I ain't gonna lie. Thanos, you really want to kill half of us? Yes. Thanos, you really don't give a fuck about half of these people that's here? That is correct. Thanos, you really just want to build a glove to where you can snap your fingers and niggas just die? Yes, that's what I want to do. That's exactly what it was. Thanos wasn't lying to motherfuckers. Thanos wasn't, yeah, you know, I'm going to be over here with y'all and then we can all be cool and then we'll just go over there and get them because them the motherfuckers I really, Thanos was like, nope, I want an army. And I want an army because I want to exterminate half of the population across the goddamn universe. That's what I want to do. And he set out to do just that. Wasn't shit about Thanos' motherfucking mission unclear. Wasn't shit about Thanos' mission and what he wanted to do undecided. Wasn't well, I don't know what he's really expecting from us. He want them fucking stones so he can build this gauntlet so he can wipe you motherfuckers out because he got tired of doing it with the armies that he had. He wanted to make this shit more efficient. I need a glove like Michael Jackson where I can snap my fingers and make some magic happen. Hee. That's what he did. And all I'm saying is that that's where we need to be as us as people. Hey, we need to be on one accord to say, hey, look, we all may have different ideas. We all may have different aspirations. But let's just say this one thing. We ain't gonna lie. We gonna be righteous. We're gonna do what's best for everyone. Whatever those things are that you want to hold true to and say, this is what I stand on. So when somebody asks you, what do you stand for? What are you really about? A motherfucker ain't guessing. You ain't got to have some other motherfucker speaking for you. You can actually open up your lines. You can actually open up your platform and you can say, hey, this is why I'm doing what I'm doing. This is what I'm here to do. That's it. Because anybody else that's doing anything aside from that, all they're doing is just trying to troll you to keep you from doing your purpose. That's it. They just want to keep you from doing what it is that you're saying you're setting out to do. Anybody that tries to, if you're going to say this is what I'm about, this is what I'm going to do, this is where I am, fine. Let that thing be just that thing. That's what you're doing. And let that be what it is from the beginning. There should be no secrets. There should be no, well, y'all didn't know this, but what I was really doing was putting all y'all together so that I could do this cooking show. What? What? Cooking show? Nigga, you been talking about the police for the past 2-3 years. That's my point. Because my thing is this. There's always going to be another Kwame. There's always going to be another Kevin Samuels. There's always going to be another person that's going to just rise to the top like that because of the internet. However, we should be able to go back and look at what it is that person stands for, to know what it is what that person stood for, to understand what that person's standing for. There should be consistency. There should be some type of lineage to what we've seen this person doing on the internet, to see how this person's progressed, to see what this person is actually about. If this person's hot one day and cold the next, I think that's something that should be questioned. That's all I'm saying. That is all I'm saying. We need to be able to be in a position and a situation to where we can challenge each other at all times. Because those of you, and I'm telling you this, you mind those who don't want you to challenge them. Because those that don't want you to challenge them, they either don't have any respect for you, or they know what it is that they're doing is so wrong that they can't have you do it, because they can't have their truth revealed. And those people that are supporting rah, sis, boom, bah, cheerleading for those who have that mentality, you should be even more afraid of them. You should be more afraid of them. It's just like when I'm sitting here, I don't have to entertain any questions about Tommy Sotomayor. I don't have to answer any questions about Tommy Sotomayor. And you know why? Because that man opens his lines up every show. He makes himself available every show for any questions on something he said 5 days ago, 5 years ago. You know why? Because he's been saying the same shit consistently since I've been watching. Now, I don't know what the fuck he could have done before 2012, but I tell you this, I know what he's been doing since 2012, and the shit is consistent. Just saying. So that's why I don't need to do that. That's why whoever that was earlier in the chat started posting stuff about time. Ain't no reason for you to come over here and do that. Any and everybody that watch my channel, that's watch my content, y'all know good and goddamn well who I fucks with. And you don't have to come over here to ask me no questions about him, because he's always available for you to ask questions about him. Makes sense to me. I don't need to talk to Scottie Pippen about Michael Jordan. When I see black on the street, I can talk to black about black. Hey, man. Just saying. I don't need to do that. That's just what it is. I don't need to ask no deacon about my pastor. I can just go ask my pastor. Hey, pastor, and if you can't do that in your church, that's a problem. I would ask you, why you going to that church? Just think about that. Think about the people, and even if this is yourself and this is your moment to look yourself in the mirror, you think about all the people. If you going to a church and you don't have access to your pastor, what kind of church you going to? If you going to a church and you can't get access to your pastor, not saying you can just call them up at 2 a.m, but I mean, you can't schedule a meeting. You can't have a Zoom call. You can't have no type of access to your pastor. Is he really your pastor? Is she really your pastor? Just saying. Just look at it. If I can't get in touch with this person that's supposed to be my shepherd into the afterlife, what am I really doing? What am I really doing? So that's just what it is. That's just how it is. If you can't take that and say that's an issue for me, I need to be able to have access to this person that I could, not the deacons, not the assistant pastor, not the second in command, not the third in command. I need to be able to have access. And if you can't, you tell me what that look like to you. So somebody that you're willing to support, somebody that you're willing to get behind, put your dollars behind, do all of that stuff for, and do all that stuff with. You want to go on other people's channels to defend this person. You want to go out here and fight for this person with your social justice shield and sword. Do you have access to that person? Do you really have access to that person? And if you don't, then how do you really know what that person stands for? Or are you just making it up in your mind? In my mind. You doing that Temptation Silent Night shit. I want to be free. That's what I'm saying as far as when we talking about leadership, when we talking about people talking and we talking about people having a conversation and building our community, how can I be in a community that I don't have access to the people that's in it? That's all I got to say. That's all I got to say. Now, in my own due diligence, I am going to be willing to open up my lines to anybody that wants to have a conversation about what I've said tonight. I'm going to tell your punk ass this right now. If your ass ain't watched this show and you ain't heard what the fuck I said, you don't have your facts, and you don't have your shit together, ain't no point in you even coming on here. It's no point. You missed it. You got on too late. You didn't hear that part. Watch the replay. Leave a comment. How about that? How about that? Let's go ahead and let's do this. I'm going to move this. I'm going to move that over here. Yes. Change that. And that's going to be that. Shit, I did that. No, I didn't. That's right. That's right. Yep. All right, there we go. We good here. We're good there. I'm in. And then I'm going to change to that. And then I'm going to do that. And yes. Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, here we go. Now, I'm going to put this in the description. Can I do it? Yeah, I can do it there. Let's just do it right here. Yep. Boom, bam, boom. I'm going to put it in the description box. And I'm going to put it in the chat. There it is. Get out how you live. Now, I need to set this up to where I can see this, but I can't do that until that comes. Okay, cool. All right. So, that's just my whole thing about this. It's like, it's not a thing of like I said before, there's gonna be somebody else. I mean, 8-9 months ago, I could have been saying this same thing about Kevin Samuels, and you see what we at 9 months later. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. So it's like I'm looking at the trend more so than looking at the actual content creator. Because tomorrow it could be somebody else. Well, tomorrow it will be somebody else. There's going to be somebody else after that. And then it's going to be what? Now we all on this person. And then my question is going to be then, well, what is it that this person actually stands for? Where's this person actually going? And are we a part of this conversation or a part of this movement and what it looks like? Or is it just this person doing their thing, glorifying themselves and making their own movement to make their own moves? Because that happens quite a bit. And I'm even okay with that. If you out here getting money, you out here doing your thing, and it's about you getting the bag, fine with me. Just say that. That's my only thing. Just say that. Exactly. Exactly. Victoria, you sounded just saying the same thing, repeating it over and over again. Why do you feel the need to do that? Why would somebody just come to say the same thing over and over again? It would be like, wouldn't you take the opportunity when somebody, let's just say, for instance, if somebody is talking about Michael Jordan. Now, Michael Jordan as a person off the court, not too much I know about him. Have only been around him in a personal setting like that one time in my entire life. So I don't know him like that. However, Michael Jordan as an athlete, Michael Jordan as a basketball player, there's quite a bit. I don't know everything about him, but there's quite a bit that I do know about. Michael Jordan's approach to the game of basketball, quite a few things that I know about it. I've witnessed it. I've seen it myself. So if I'm having a conversation or somebody's having a conversation talking about Michael Jordan, saying Michael Jordan wasn't shit, Michael Jordan wasn't an ain't shit player and all that, then I have certain facts that I can present to dispute that point that person's trying to make. And I'm more than willing to have that conversation. And it's not a thing where I'm just going to be in somebody's chat saying Michael Jordan is right. Michael Jordan is the best. Michael Jordan is the best. Michael Jordan is right. Michael Jordan is great. Michael Jordan is the greatest. It's like at what point do I actually make my point when I actually have an opportunity to do so? That's my thing. When there's if you have an opportunity to make a point, if you have an opportunity to state the facts, to argue your point with facts, not just your feelings, not talking about how you feel about it, with your facts. Say, hey, I feel about it this way because these facts that I have that support my feelings is what it is that I'm saying. That's my point. If you're doing that, then you can actually get somewhere. You can actually build something. You can actually make some type of you can get some type of understanding with that other person. As opposed to just trolling in a chat room. To what end? For what purpose? So you can get deleted? So you can get blocked? Why would you do that? Calvin says, Brian, this can be said about how we as black folks never question our politicians. You let English whip your ass right there. Our politicians, we just go vote for them every time. That's what I said earlier. It's the same thing. Because of what we're told or because of what we're shown to be popular, that's what we go after. Case in point, Barack Obama. Niggas voted for Barack Obama in unprecedented numbers, in droves. At that point in time, the only nigga who could have got more votes than Barack Obama would have probably been, it only would have been if Martin Luther King was running himself. Just saying. But we never once questioned his politics. I know I didn't. I voted for the nigga just because he was black and did the dumb shit twice. But look at what I'm saying, though. I did it. I know why I did it, and I did it twice, and it was dumb to do. It was. But I was being led by the wrong thing. I was doing something because everybody else was doing it and because it seemed like the cool thing to do. It seemed like the popular thing to do. A cool black man running for office, hell yeah, he gonna get my vote. Hell yeah. We got us a nigga in office now. Yeah, right. The day that motherfucker got elected, he's first thing out his mouth, I ain't black people's president, I'm America's president. Basically saying, fuck you niggas. I ain't here for y'all. I'm here for this here agenda. Can't be mad about that. We never asked. Nobody never said, well, what the fuck are you really gonna do, black man, for us? Fuck the people. What you gonna do for us niggas? Never asked that question, did we? I get it. I drank the Kool-Aid. Montreal said, thanks for the $5 donation. He said, they claim someone D-riding or dick riding while calling someone else king before their name. I saw something today on a post where it was like a TikTok, I think it was like a TikTok of Kevin Samuels, and the name on it was King Kevlar Kevin. I said, what? I said, what? King Kevlar Kevin. Now, the shit he was saying, I was like, okay. But I was just like, where did that name come from? I don't know. It's like, I don't know. It's like, okay, that's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. I get it. I understand. King Kevlar Kevin. All right. Ooh, excuse me. But what is it what does that say about us? Because I'm pretty sure it's flattering. I'm sure it's flattering to him. Shit. King Kevin. It is, but what does that say about us to where you're putting somebody on a throne, on a pedestal, who you don't even know? I just don't understand that. I don't get that. I'm all for a man being the king of his castle and all that shit, but calling people king and saying you king this and he king that, it's like for somebody you don't even know. I guess. It's like we have this thing as black folks to where we just want to be led. It's like we are fucking just a herd of sheep and we're looking for the next sheep herder. Whichever sheep herder got the fanciest cane, whichever sheep herder got the fanciest garb on, that is the one that we want to be led by as sheep. And we're not even asking the question of where the shepherd is going to lead us. Because he very well could be leading us to the slaughter. Or he could be leading us to a green pasture to graze on. So why not ask? Why not ask? Why not investigate? Why not research? Why not just look up? Why not just say, hey, let me go and see what's going on. Let me see what's happening. You know why? Because we just want somebody to tell us. We just want somebody to give it to us. We just want somebody to show us. Just show me, man. Just show me. Just tell me, man. Goddamn, just tell me. And then when we get told the wrong thing, you know what we then say? They told me that. They told me the wrong thing, though, man. See, I didn't even know. Bruh. Fuck you mean you didn't even know? You didn't ask? No, they had just told me that. I just did what they had said. Well, this is where you at now. Man, that's fucked up, man, that y'all gonna do that to me, man. I ain't even know. So it's one thing when you don't know. It's another thing when you don't want to know. And then it's even worse when you don't even want to be held accountable for the shit that you chose not to even fucking know. Not to even verify. Not to even check out. Why would I not want to have the information that's given to me verified? I'm all for somebody giving me some information, but I'm damn sure gonna want to verify it, especially if I'm going to follow it. Now, if you just say some shit and I ain't caring about it one way or the other, all right, I hate you, bro. Oh, okay, yeah, right. But to have somebody give me information and I'm like, yeah, I'm behind this shit 100%, dog. I'm gonna follow this shit. I'm posting this shit. I'm putting this shit out there. And man, I'm riding with this. Fuck that. And don't even verify it? What? What kind of sense does that make? And then when somebody does point it out to you and say, hey, look, you might want to take a look at this. Oh, nigga, you hating on that nigga, man. Yeah, but you just read it. Oh, no, nigga, you trying to tear that nigga down, man. You trying to tear him down, man. That's some fuck shit you doing. Well, if you just read what it says, it'll clearly... Oh, no, fuck that nigga. You just jealous of that nigga. Yeah, but it says that... No, nigga, fuck that nigga. You just jealous of that nigga. You trying to hate on that nigga, and you just want to tear another black nigga down because it ain't you. You that nigga that's gonna be that Judas-ass nigga to tear a nigga down, nigga. All right, go ahead. 6 months later. Hey, man, you still following your boy? Oh, man, I don't really watch him too much, man. Nigga changed, man. No, nigga, I really don't, watch him no more, man. It's, man, that shit got old, man. Oh, okay. Like I said on that piece of paper that I gave you that tried to get you to read all that shit, that's what, oh, okay. All right. So what I was trying to tell your ass is what you saying you just now figured out 6 months later. Well, why didn't you come back and say nothing to me? Oh, man, I was just busy. You know how it is, man. You know what, shit, man. I'm just saying, man, man. That's us. That's the story of us. It's just like the niggas that have heard me talking about this tonight. All of the people that have had to have been blocked when they clearly could have just had a conversation to ask what it is that they're questioning. What would they rather do? Oh, I'll just post a one-liner in the chat. Oh, you sound like you with Soto. Oh, you sound like you sound just like Tommy. Wouldn't you want to know why? Wouldn't you want to know why? If you hear what it is that I'm saying and you disagree with what I'm saying, wouldn't you even want to know why I'm saying what it is that I'm saying? Calvin said, you make an interesting point, but how many people really honestly take Kevin Samuels and Kwame serious? Go look at their numbers. That's what I would say. Look at the numbers. And not to say that every person who's watching him is them are, just outright followers, but just take half. Just take half. For two people that you can't question. That's insane to me. I will never understand that. You can't tell me there ain't a motherfucker out here that if I can't ask a question about, without being fucking ridiculed, without being fucking whatever the fuck that. And fuck the niggas who saying I can't. Fuck the niggas who saying I'm wrong. Man, that shit is what you said, man. You shouldn't be saying that, man. Nigga, you think I can't ask the fucking question why? You think I can't ask the question of saying what? You think I can't say, nah, I think that shit is wrong? Nigga, fuck you. You basically want me to just believe what it is you believe and don't question the shit. That means I'm a dumber motherfucker than you are. If you can't give me no facts and you can't support no facts of what the fuck is actually what it is I'm saying you're answering, or what it is that the statements I'm making, you're rebutting it, and it makes sense, fuck what the fuck you talking about for you to be mad at me because I won't just follow you? Fuck out of here. What kind of sense does that make? Why not just say, well, let me find out where it's coming from. Let me find out what you're really saying. Let me ask this question. As opposed to what? English Gardner came in. What did Kwame do wrong this time? See what the fuck I mean? You see exactly what I mean? That's all I'm saying. You don't know a thing, so instead of you asking a question, you make a statement as opposed to saying, well, let me find out the why. Just like this, Matt Ricks, I'd call, but what the fuck is the questioning? Because other than that, you ain't been saying ish to overly, I don't know what the fuck that means, to reply to. Just saying. If you just saying, why the fuck would you say it if that's your position any fucking way? Nobody's asking you if you have a fucking question. If you don't have a question, Matt Ricks, why the fuck would you even say anything? Do you see what I mean? It's like y'all motherfuckers got this mentality where even if you think that somebody's saying something that you don't like, you're gonna make an ignorant statement. That means a statement that you're not informed about just for the sake of making it. That's like the dude who was in my chat talking about, oh man, I was just typing out loud. You stupid motherfucker. Fuck you mean you just typing out loud? If you don't know, ask the question why. But instead, I'm just gonna make some statement that ain't got shit to do with the actual content creator and what the content creator is saying just because I want to make a statement. I didn't ask people to call in. I said I'm opening my lines for anybody who had any questions about what I said. Motherfucker, if that ain't your punk ass, shut the fuck up. Why can't you do that with your motherfucking thinking emoji? If you're really a fucking thinker, why not think that? You stupid motherfucker. I didn't say, Matt Ricks, would you please call in? I want to talk about nothing. Let's just shoot the shit. That is not what the fuck I said. I said clearly, I'm going to open my lines for anyone who may have any questions about what I said tonight. Whether you just came in 5 minutes ago or whether you was in at the fucking beginning when I had that cold ass intro with the motherfucking city playing on it. If you had any questions, you could have came and asked. Bitch, you look like you have none, so why the fuck would you ask? Why would you fucking type anything? Keep watching or click the fuck off and shut the fuck up. What is wrong with that? And I asked, what the fuck are you talking about? Because I have heard ish intelligent, real talk. You're not making sense, sir. You are not making sense. If there is no question for you to ask, why are you even speaking? He still ain't getting it. If you have no question, why the fuck are you speaking? Hey, if there is anybody in the chat that would like to donate $100 to me right now, please type 1 in the chat. If you're willing to donate $100, type 1 in the chat. Do you see any ones? No. Do you know why you don't see any ones, Matt Ricks? It's because nobody wants to fucking donate $100. And that's fine. And you see what the fuck they did? They didn't type in, well, I don't have $100. Well, if I have $100, I would have donated it to you, but I ain't got it. Hey, Brian, I would give you $100, but I gotta buy my baby some formula. I would give you $100. Nobody said anything other than what I asked. Do you understand that? That's my point. You had no questions, sir. None whatsoever. So you should have just kept your fucking mouth shut and just let it go. Regardless of what it was, I don't have a question for this man. So why would I then make any more statements? I would just continue to watch the show. That's it. That's all you need to do. But no, I gotta text out loud. I gotta type out loud. Yeah, man, I don't know what I'm typing, but I'm just gonna type something, man. You know what I'm saying? Well, I'm just typing out loud. I'm really just typing something. Of course, I wouldn't just type something. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. I would just type the shit.
Come on, I mean, what am I gonna do? Just all of a sudden just jump up and grind my feet on somebody's couch like it's something to do? Come on, I got a little more sense than that. Yeah, I remember grinding my feet on somebody's couch.
Is that not what the fuck he just did? I'm just saying. Is that not what this motherfucker just did? That's exactly the shit I'm talking about. But here's what's scary about it, because it's funny as fuck. But what's scary about it is that's what niggas be doing. That's what niggas be doing on the regular. Who's backstage? Oh, hold it. Ain't nobody back here unless they hung up. Oh, wait, hold on. There goes somebody. Hang tight. 1 second.
Hey, how you doing?
Hold on 1 second. 1 second. Give me 2 seconds here.
Hey, you fucking suck at YouTube. You fucking fag. Quit fucking YouTube, you dumbass. Sitting there on your goddamn shit. You fucking dumbass. I am fucking. I'm gonna beat this.
Do you see what I mean? Says the bitch who's watching me.
Says
the bitch who's watching me. These motherfuckers are crazy, man. This is what I'm talking about. Sitting in his mama's basement, drinking a fucking Mountain Dew, watching me at 1:25 in the morning. This is what it is.
Hold on, I respect you,
I
man.
guess, man.
Hey, hold on.
It's like you. It's like, what the fuck? You should quit YouTube, man. Hey, man. You should quit it, man. Quit YouTube, man. You should quit YouTube, man. You should, man. You should. You're fucking. Hey, man. You're fucking trash, man. You should quit YouTube, man. Boy, you get your goof ass off my goddamn stage, nigga. You see what the fuck I gotta deal with? That's what he sat there and did. That's what I'm gonna do right now. I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna click the link, and then when he says, hold on, or when he's gonna say, caller, you're on the air, I'm gonna say, hey, man, you should quit fucking YouTube, man. You're fucking trash, man. Boy, these motherfuckers are crazy, man. This is what it is, though. This is what we do. And all I'm saying is this is the shit we need to be out here saying, hey, man, hold the fucking phone. Because the fact that you see something that you don't like I get that. I see shit I don't like all the time on YouTube. And you know what I do? I click the X. That's all I do. When I hear something that I don't like on YouTube, I just close it. I just say, oh, let me go to this other shit. Oh, let me see what this person's talking about. Oh, let me see what that person. Oh, let me go check out this channel. Or I'll search another subject. I won't sit and try to call into somebody's show that I don't like to say, you should quit fucking YouTube, man. I fucking hate you, man. That's what the fuck this nigga was doing, man. Fuck is wrong with you? Boy, I don't know what to do, man. That's what it is. And I hate to admit it, but and that why I'm gonna even try to say this and try to save us, Montreal. I'm gonna try to save us. I can't agree with you 100%, Montreal, because you saying notice white folks don't do this. And the only reason why I can't agree with you 100% is because I don't watch a lot of white YouTubers. I only watch a few. But based on what I've seen, you are right. The most you will get out of a white person trolling is Trump won 2020. That's the most I have seen from a white person in a white YouTuber's chat. Trump won. That's it. That's the troll. I'm telling you, man. I shit you not. That's all I will see. And other motherfuckers shit. I'm talking other YouTubers doing their live. I'm talking live shows. They will put in there just that. Trump won 2020. Biden cheated. That's it. Not a motherfucker who will call in and say, hello, caller, you on the air. Oh, you fucking suck, man. Oh, you fucking suck, man. You should quit YouTube. And what's fucked up, that motherfucker's still watching. So he's sitting at home watching me still. Obviously, you don't like what I'm saying. Why keep watching, sir? I'm sure there is plenty of gay porn for you to go and tune into. I'm sure that your Grindr account is in your second tab past this one. Why not just switch tabs, sir? Hit your Grindr account, man, and go swipe left or right, man. Why call me? I don't know. It is what it is. Sick of these niggas. Sick of these niggas. Have some help. Get rid of these niggas. I think I gotta put that in here. But it is what it is. It is what it is. All right. We got another one before I go. Why not? Right? Let's see what happens.
I would get you $100, but I ain't got it. You fucking suck. I would get you $100. Hey man, I love your channel though, man. I support you through this, man. Hey, fuck Trump, man. Trump sucked ass, man. He said he would put me back there at the wall, man. I'm gonna go back. And yes, that is what I look like on the screen. That's me. You want to know where I live? I live in Columbus, Ohio. Come on now. I need some crystal meth so I can kill Trump one more time, you know. Hey, say, I'm a big fan, man. I've been watching you since you had a couple thousand.
See what I mean? You see what I mean?
When you don't mute me, I'm gonna come on down there.
I'm just muting him right now. He want to keep saying.
I'm gonna give you a hug.
He's saying the same thing over and over again. He just keeps saying
Hey, I
it.
need.
He just
I need
keep doing
100.
it. He just keep doing it.
I'm gonna give you.
Look, he's staying there.
You suck.
Look, he's not getting a word out, but he's steady doing it. He just gonna keep going.
Nigga.
He gonna keep going. Look, he's not getting a word in edgewise. You can't even hear or understand what the fuck he's saying, but he's just gonna keep doing it. And he's just staying there instead of just saying, I'm gonna click off, fuck it. He already called me. He's just gonna keep doing it. Just so he can get in. Like, yeah, I'm getting him. I'm getting him, dog. I'm getting him. I'm getting him, dog. I'm getting him, dog. That's all he's doing. Look. He's literally just trying to keep getting in to say something when what he's saying is not even working. It's literally not fucking working to where he can't get in a single fucking word, but he's going to keep trying to get in a word. Why would you just consistently keep doing that?
Shut up.
That shit makes no fucking sense. And then now, because he's getting clicked off of and he's not being able to get words out, now he's going to get tough and become a tough guy and start cutting. Yeah, nigga, shut the fuck up, nigga.
Hey, you want to talk some shit? Hey, you already know.
See, there it is. And there it is. That's what they do. Have a good life, sir. Bam. How about that? These motherfuckers are crazy, dude. This is what the fuck we dealing with. This is what we're dealing with. This is what we're dealing with. I'm just going to be that much of a waste of a human being to where I literally have nothing to offer the world, but I will just cause confusion and will bring nothing but chaos. That's it. Oh, I'm just proving the point. That's all I'm doing, T-Co. And he said I entertained it, though. Yeah, I knew what it was and could have just kicked him straight out. But I just wanted to prove my point of just saying we have this thing to where we need to make sure that we have some type of standards in place, because if we don't, then this is what we get. When we just blindly follow, these are the people that are following those that we're saying, hey, man, we should all be behind this person. That's it. That's all it is. Because if this person disagreed with me, then that person would just say, here's why I disagree with you. If this person disagreed with me, he would give me the facts and say, here's why I disagree with you. If this person didn't like what I was saying and didn't like what I was doing, he would literally just not watch. But instead, because, and I'm telling you, the only time I've seen this being consistent is when there's truth involved. When you're telling the truth and you're being righteous and you're just calling it down the middle, fair and square, that's what you get, because that's the only thing they can do is to try to distract you from your message. So the next time you hear somebody just get on and, the next time somebody want to show their dick, the next time somebody want to show their ass and cock their legs up, the next time somebody just get on and say, you should quit YouTube, man. Yeah, man, you should get off the internet, man. The next time that you hear that, understand that that person has nothing to offer and is a clear indicator to the truth and to righteousness that's actually being talked about. Right, like the stupid motherfucker that says hairy chickens. All that motherfucker wants to do is distract, because he's trying to destroy the message. Because the truth that's being told, the truth that's being said is the problem. I'm sorry, man. This person is trying to get on. Hey, man, you gotta forgive me, man, but I've been too long on the show and I've had 2 assholes already. I'm not gonna go for the trifecta. I apologize, Pikachu. I'm sorry, but it is what it is. But that's what we need to make sure that we're doing. And I'm telling everybody that's watching this, question what the fuck you're being asked to follow. Question what it is that you like and want to follow. I can't tell you how many times I watch Tommy, how many times I watch DJ, how many times I watch my man Bolo, and I don't question what it is that they're saying. And I follow the rabbit trail sometimes, be like, well, if he's saying that, then he's saying this, then that would mean that he's saying that. Then that would mean that this is true. Well, that is true. So what he's saying makes sense. Gotcha. I shit you not. When somebody's saying something, especially somebody that I'm following, I look at that and say, well, man, that is true. Well, I get that. Well, why would he say that? Well, hopefully he'll explain that. That's what it is I'm doing. And if I don't understand it, I'll say, well, I don't really understand that because of this. And I'll ask the question. There have been plenty of times I've been in the chat and asked Tommy to explain something. Say, I missed that, bro. Can you explain that? And he will do it. Or I could call in and say, hey, man, I'm not getting that. But if you can't do that to somebody, that's a problem. That's a problem. If you can't let somebody hear, if somebody can't tell you something and you can't say, well, why? Explain that to me. Well, I disagree because of this fact. Well, I disagree with that because of that fact. And if they can't give you a rebuttal to that, there you have it. There you have it. So I want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. I appreciate each and every last one of you guys. This has been a great show. I've been able to test out my new board here. It seems like it's been working. I like it. I got a few things I'm gonna tweak on it, but it seems like it is fantabulous. So I definitely appreciate everybody that tuned in tonight. Thank you guys so much. I love you guys. Y'all have a good night. Please, if you have any questions, go ahead and leave it in the comment section. Let it be a complete thought. I know it's going to be some trolls that's going to come in behind this one, but it is what it is. I don't mind it because I'm telling the fucking truth. Either way, hey, if not, if you got some good questions, I'd love to hear them. Love to entertain it. Thank you guys so much. I love y'all. Till next time, peace. And I'm out.
What's going on, everybody out there in the internet world? It's me, Brian Redmond, also known as the Relationship Rehab. And I need you to do two things. What are those two things? Subscribing to both my channels. I need you to go to the Relationship Rehab, subscribe to that channel, and then I need you to go to United Guns of America.
Shout out to my man Illa Dre, who hit your boy with $2. Said thanks for the content.
Because it's two of the hottest.
Shout out to my man to Darius Frost, who hit your boy with $1. Thank you so much, sir. Appreciate it.
Have conversations, because that's what it's all about. We talk about some of everything. Politics.
Thank you to everybody that hit me in the super chat earlier. Shout out to my man Jesse, hit me up with $20. He said enjoyed the show. Thank you so much, bro. I appreciate that.
You don't got nothing else to lose, and you ain't got nothing else to do. So come to my channel, subscribe ASAP, and join in on the fun. Twice the entertainment,
the
2 channels, twice the fun. Come on and have a funky good time with your boy. Peace, and I'm out.
Oh, always got to check the PayPal, boy. Shout out to whatchamacallit. Let me make sure I can say the name on here, because sometimes I think this person. Nope. Shout out to Kenyatta Minifield. Hit your boy up with $10. Thank you so much for the PayPal side of the game. Let me see if there's anybody else on the PayPal. Nope, I think that's it. All right. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate you guys. Y'all have a good night. And since we got a little bit more time, I'm going to hit another button. Let's do this.
I don't ever remember feeling like this. But I'm out here in these YouTube streets. So I want you to get your fingers. I don't know what you're doing. I want you to get your mouse. I want you to check me out. And I want you to check me out. Get ready to do this. It's the Relationship Rehab. Like, share, and subscribe. We coming at you live. So come on, let's take a ride. Then subscribe to United Guns of America. Just click that link and listen up to what I'm telling you. It's the Relationship Rehab. click that link right now. You know what I'm saying? It's your boy Brian Redmond, and I just want y'all to subscribe to my channel. You know what I'm saying? I want you to let me know what you think. I'm gonna talk about some things, you can talk about some things, and we can do our thing. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's all about having a conversation, right? I mean, if we can't talk to each other, then, I mean, what are we really here for? I want y'all to be able to just come over to my channel, talk to me about what's going on with you, and I can tell you what's going on with me, and we can build some things, you know what I'm saying? That's all about growth, baby. So click that link, go ahead and swipe on your phone, whatever you gotta do. Share my content. It's just get me out here, baby. Cause we just talking, you know what I'm saying? It's like, I like doing what I'm doing because it's about the people. It's about us having a conversation with each other. It's about us discussing whatever needs to be discussed. And on these YouTube streets, this is the best place to do it, baby. Like, share, subscribe. That's right. Click the link. Click the link. Yeah. I just want to say thank you to everybody that's out here that's already subscribed. You know what I'm saying? Cause y'all ain't the first one, and y'all ain't the last one. So I just want to give a shout out to everybody that click the link, that click the share, and then subscribe to your boy. Cause we gon' grow this thing together, baby. Relationship rehabbing, United Guns of America. To the world, blow up, baby. Yeah. Click the link, baby. Click the link, baby. Yeah. Hey, I just wanted to send a shout out to all y'all. I love y'all. That's why I do this. It's for the love of us, baby. I appreciate all of y'all. Ooh, we gon' do this thing. We gon' do this thing right here, baby. Hey, look, if you had a computer right now, just go ahead and click your link. What else you got to lose, baby? Tell me what you think. Hit the comment section. You can jump on the live panel. We do it all here. That's what it's all about. So come holler at your boy. I've been doing this for years, but I just got onto this YouTube thing. So hey, let's see what it do and where it can go.
To United Guns of America. Just click the link and listen up to what I'm telling you.